There are certain cities that one will equate as wrestling hotbeds, and Montreal, Quebec is certainly among the richest when it comes to history. Pat Laprade and Bertrand Hébert have just released Mad Dogs, Midgets, and Screwjobs, the untold story of how Montreal shaped the world of wrestling, outlining the extensive history of Montreal's love affair with professional wrestling.
Wrestling in Montreal, in the province of Quebec, is probably, historically speaking, the second biggest sport, if you want to call it sport, behind hockey. I mean, it was bigger than baseball, and it was bigger than anything than football. It was really huge. I mean, in the 40s and the 50s, Yvon Robert was maybe a close second to Maurice Richard, to the Rocket Richard. And I mean, no one else came even close to the degree of popularity of the Rocket besides Yvon Robert.
Decades before wrestling fans witnessed the Monday Night War between the WWE and WCW, Montreal had its own promotional war between the Rougeau family's All-Star Wrestling and the opposing Grand Prix Wrestling, which is run by the Vachon family.
We saw in the 90s, the Monday Night War, but 20 some years before, it was really the same kind of war here in Montreal. You had Johnny Rougeau promotion alongside his brother Jacques Sr. and soon after his nephew Raymond, who was alone in the territory since 1966 up until 71 when Grand Prix Wrestling started. And we explained the story in the book, but Grand Prix Wrestling actually started because of Yvon Robert. Yvon Robert and Johnny Rougeau had some kind of a fallout, and because of this, he went to Minneapolis to get the Vachon brothers back in Montreal. And he said, I need someone to run opposition to Johnny, and they came over. And that's how Grand Prix started.
To modern fans, the match that is closely tied to the city is the infamous Montreal Screwjob of November 1997, when Shawn Michaels defeated Bret Hart for the WWF Championship.
We have the most complete story about the Montreal Screwjob because we cover it until the return of Bret Hart to Montreal last September at Monday Night Raw. We even have a very nice picture actually of Bret with CM Punk and John Cena right in the middle of the ring. So that story is really amazing because we really go through what went on before, what went on during the match, and what went on after, and all the steps after that. Bret going back to WWE for DVDs, Hall of Fame, and then doing some going back more dates, and the DVD they did with Greatest Rivalries with Shawn Michaels. So we covered really every inch of what that great match was, and yes, it was one of the most important matches in the history of wrestling, and it happened in Montreal.
Mad Dogs, Midgets, and Screwjobs is available everywhere through ECW Press and is the definitive story on the history of Montreal wrestling.